So we're going to start it up first time and install the Windows 10. It's only $100 graphic card. It's kinda cheap. So this means that I should install some jumper in the proper position. And here it is. They copying and installing. There's a processor Intel Xeon E5 2620 version 3. So now we're going to unpack power supply for our new PC. It's an Aliexpress power supply. Going to see this beauty. It's not so big, not so powerful, but it's adequate for our build. Now I'm gonna show you. Aliexpress VX Plus series. So you see, it is not so big, not so powerful, but adequate for us. 3 to 4 watts, peak is 500 watts, and we have all we need. This is a 6-pin for the graphic card, and our graphic card has only 6-pin, and 8-pin for processor. Our processor has power 8-pin. So I'm going to proceed installing it. So we have this case. It's kinda tiny case, but it's mini ATX. You see, this is the front panel. Now we're going to do this build. So we open it, install our power supply. So we inserted it in, screw it with 4 black bolts like this, 1, 2, 3. And first thing we're gonna do, not to forget afterwards, we're going to connect this RGB light on the front panel on the Molex like this. Okay, next we're going to connect our processor and use some thermal compound on it. Start to do this job like this. Discard this plastic cover and install our processor right way. See the keys here, triangle, little triangle here, little triangle here. It's going to be right, like this. You see? It's gonna be upside down, because this is the lower part of the motherboard, how it installs in PC, but processor going to be upside down like this. This is the only right way to install it. And done. Next we're gonna install the cooler, but first we gotta install this connective ring and install it like this. So I went to store and bought this cooler. Look, here is thermal compound here and this sticker. So we want to connect it here, CPU fan, so we place it like this. So I probably use this thermal compound, it should be good. Place it like this and spread it with this spatula. It should be good. It's gonna be pressed and squeeze like this in here, and like that is yonder. So we placed it and it's okay, and it looks good. And next we go into insert the memory. Memory is 16 gigabytes D4 2400 megahertz. You see, we place it like this slot next to this first one, so only like this it's gonna work. Should get a new battery, is a CR2032, brand new. Open it. Chinese never send them because customs don't allow. We just place it like this and we all set. So now we're going to install it in our case. So we take it like this, and we already installed this plate. You see the back plate. Now we're going to install our motherboard like this, right on place, and gonna screw it down. So as you see, I did some cable management, and now we're going to install our graphic card. This is a Radeon graphic card, kinda like this. And don't forget to connect the power to the graphic card. We got this 6-spinner. You see it all set. Graphic card on its place. And last but not least, we're gonna install this SSD drive. For any modern PC, this is exceptionally important. This is some sticker here, I don't know. Maybe some cooling, for cooling purposes. I don't know. See, this is 128 gigabytes. It installs like this. Like this. Screw it with little bolt. So we're going to start it up first time and install the Windows 10. Oh hey, hooray, it's working. It's working, it's spinning, and the graphic card is spinning. So now we're going to install the system. I'm gonna install it from the CD. When it's gonna be installed, I'm gonna show you some tests. It's gotta install pretty fast. Skip this step. Windows 10 Pro install. We're gonna look at the disk. Couldn't find any drives. So this means that I should install some jumper in the proper position, because probably it's in SATA mode. I think this is this jumper. This jumper should be installed here. You see, we should, the 4 jumpers, move it to the top, from this lower position to this top position. So when you move it, then you're gonna see this in BIOS. In VME configuration, you see, this is our device, 128 gigabytes. Now we can proceed to install the Windows. And now the moment of truth. Okay, we see our drive. Just press next. And here it is. They copying and installing. So guys, we install the Windows and some utilities. Now we're going to see our PC in CPU Z. You see, there's a processor Intel Xeon E5 2620 version 3. This is a X99 motherboard. You see, American Megatrends. We see the memory DDR4 16 gigabytes, single channel, alas, but there it is. And the video is Radeon RX 560 series, 4 gigabytes of video RAM, GDDR5. Processor is going to be like this. You see, is 2K on multi-thread. And now we're going to see some benchmark. I decided to do it in a Far Cry New Dawn. It's a modern game of 2020 with pretty good graphics and a pretty good load of graphic system. So now we proceed to this game. So we're going to test the system. We see the graphic options. It's going to be like this. I put a display resolution in 1920 1080 and full screen. You see graphic adapters RX 560 series. And now we're going to press F5 and going to see the test. So we see the nice graphics and 44 frames per second. We're gonna fly through this building. Oh, fire, fire! 41, 42 FPS, 44 max. It's playable. It is not bad for this not expensive system and not expensive graphic cards. There's only $100 graphic card. It's kinda cheap. You see them guys are shooting and we got 36 FPS. Average is 38, 39. Oh, they shoot pretty fast. You can play this game. You can totally play this game. And you see this with your own eyes.